Hey there, Ephraim from LP3 Cronus here, and I'm coming to you with another war recap of our victory against Battled Goats. We had a great war. They two-starred most of our bases. They were a good clan. They used almost all their attacks. But I just want to show you what we did. Starting from base 20, we three-starred almost all of their Town Hall 9s, all the way up through 12. 11, we had a 70%. 96%, another 96%, and 86%. We were very, very close to three-starring all of their Town Hall 9s, so that was really nice for us. Our average destruction was 82, 9 3-stars, and 6 of these 7 lost attacks were actually on their number one guy, D-Town. We really wanted that experience, and since all the Town Hall 9s were 3-starred, we kept trying to 1-star it, and we kept failing, including myself, so that was fun, but either way. So I just wanted to show you a few of these attacks. There are just so many really, really good ones, but I just want to show you VNVs first. This is just a textbook Penta. I'll just quickly pause for a second. The way this base is set up, he has all 4 of his splash damage towers, his wizard towers right in the middle, all completely covered by the air defense, meaning his hounds are going to completely soak that up. And then his other towers, like his archer towers, are very separated, meaning they won't be able to do work together. They'll all be doing individual damage. So when we push play, VNV spreads out his balloons very, very nicely. Drops that poison on the clan castle. I think I would have preferred it like a second earlier because they did actually do some damage to that hound. But either way, 2 good heal spells right over those air defenses. This is really all there is to it. Another rage to just accelerate them through, and he'll drop that 4th rage wherever it's needed. And that's just up those 2 towers. And I love how he saved those 2 balloons up there. Let the other balloons travel through the rage, totally distracted. And just absolutely wiped it out. So just a great attack, and one of our 3-stars. And he really did not even need his heroes for that. So if you got upgrading heroes, no reason you need to opt out of war. You can always do something like that. So that was VNV. I also wanted to show you, this one, Deacon. Another Penta. I'm sorry. Yeah, another Penta. And this is, look at this base setup. It's almost exactly the same. He has a ring of towers on the outside, and even though he has up-pointed X-bows and 2 air sweepers, it's really not going to make a difference because all of his hounds are going to absorb all of that damage. So again, I would have liked to see the poison a little bit earlier, just because wizards do work against hounds. That DPS is serious, so I would like to see that poison maybe a split second earlier, but long run doesn't matter. He made the interesting choice of bringing a heal as well. I'm almost always a fan of bringing 4 rages in a case like this, but the heal worked well to his advantage here. I thought because of that splash tower he would need it. He had plenty of balloons that he really didn't, but the thought process was good. So again, another base where you really did not need your heroes at all. So if you're thinking about upgrading your heroes and you're upset about missing war, Penta is a great strategy to make up for that. All right, let's show a couple more. Yeah, Marcus. So I like this attack because it is a pretty standard wee-wee with back-end hogs, and that makes a really, really potent combination. So this is a classic Southern teaser. Obviously, the defender wants you to come from the bottom, and the point being, by the time you get to the middle, your troops are going to be all exhausted, and all of this stuff on top is just going to be raining down on you and destroying all of your troops. And that's why back-end hogs are so valuable. So Clan Castle comes out. He's got his 3 golems in the middle, triggering those giant bombs. He's got a whole bunch of witches with tons of skeletons, and that's also something really good on this base. The splash damage is way off to the sides, over here and over here, so if he's able to take those out, his skeletons can really run amok and provide excellent meat shields for his wizards and heroes. So his wizards take out the enemy queen, drops a rage just smack dab in the middle of things. Luckily that king triggers the giant bomb. That could have been a disaster. But right now he's got plenty of troops. And we'll see in a minute here. He's clearing this out. And the town hall is going to be hard to get just because of the way the troops path. It's behind like a bunch of walls, whatever. But either way, right now his troops are doing exactly what he wants them to do. Just spread out and take care of these far-off defenses. And he opts not to go with a surgical attack. He just drops all of his hogs in one pack. And I believe the reason he did that is because he only had one heal. And if he would have dropped them all separately, he would not be able to heal them effectively. This heal is excellent. It's on top of 4 defenses and 2 splash damage defenses, which means no matter how much that wizard tower beats on them, they're going to be totally fine. And of course, he's got a pack of, I think it's 7 because one of them split off. They'll easily take care of the rest of these defenses. Flying over these walls, love to see that, really fun. And totally annihilating the space, so really great attack, Marcus. And I really like the strategy. Let's go watch Legendaries attack. This was a more traditional go LaLoon, but it was a base that a couple of us had failed on trying to hog. And it looks like it's a good candidate for hog, but the tricky part about this base is that it had 4 separate giant bombs in the center, which means you really had to have 4 heals just because of the way that the hogs entered that chamber, unless you had a big enough kill squad, and we just weren't able to crack it this time. So Legendary figured, you know what, I'll just go LaLoon and take this out, and that's what he did. Good timing on the poison. That one I liked. It caught the witch before it was able to annoy his heroes too much. His king is tanking for that wizard, who will take out the air defense while the queen takes the bottom air defense. Now there's 2 air defenses left, and he has 3 hounds, which is perfect. He knew those Teslas were there. This was a cleanup raid. And he will have plenty of troops to take out the rest of this base. And the deployment was just great. I loved that clockwise deployment. It just meant that his hounds were always in front. And since he dropped on this side first and then that side, his balloons were really never targeted, which meant he had plenty of stuff for cleanup. This actually was kind of close on time, because if you noticed, those pups got distracted on the king and were busy wailing on him instead of cleaning up defenses, clean buildings. So it was a little bit closer than I'd have seen, but either way, it was a good attack. Which one was it that I wanted to show you? This was the one. Yeah. This guy left 2 holes in his base. Unclear why, but with a couple of barbarians, we were able to poison all of his troops and take his balloon down to basically 0, so I'm not sure what the strategy was there. I actually got an 85% 1-star on this base with Valkyries, but I didn't have enough back-end cleanup hogs. And you'll see this base is a little bit weird just because of those 4 Teslas right in the middle. They pack such a punch. So my hogs all petered out there. So it's really important to remember that Teslas are very, very powerful defense, even though they don't have as many hit points as some of the others. So his cleanup, his kill squad is going in strong, taking out 2 air defenses and really serving their purpose well. And then with all these clustered towers up top, his balloons are going to make quick work of that, especially under the rage. So they're going to be pathed perfectly. He really did that really well, the way he dropped his balloons to force them into the middle. It was very, very smart, and it made sure that absolutely none of his balloons were going to stray off into the wrong direction. So the air sweepers being a bit of a nuisance, but under rage, his balloons will easily take care of it and clean up the rest of the space. Shame that that hound didn't pop, but he had enough cleanup troops to do it anyway. Just another great attack. And I wanted to show you one Town Hall 10, and it was a 2-star, but I thought it had the potential to go for 3. I just thought it was really well planned. So, of course, the first thing you have to do is scout for free buildings. So this sweeper, he must have thought it was upgrading or whatever and didn't replace it. And not only does Mags get that archer tower with a couple balloons, but also lures out the entire CC with, costing him almost nothing. I would have liked to see the poison there, and I assume he just forgot about it because he doesn't end up using it, but that would have been a perfect time to do it. It didn't kill his raid, but I think it would have made this raid a lot closer. So anyways, his kill squad's going in strong. And by kill squad, I mean his main attack. His heroes are doing a lot of the tanking with the golems. Wizards are coming up from behind. And look how far in he's penetrated into the base. The backside only has a few archer towers in that wizard tower. And I think if he would have had just a little more oomph, he would have been able to break through for a potential 3-star. Because that queen is close to taking it. She's got that golem in front of her, and she'll be able to take out a bunch of these defenses. Unfortunately, get distracted by the king a little bit. She'll pop his ability and take care of that. But had she gotten through those defenses there, there wasn't much left on the base, and I think it could have gone for 3. But regardless, a great attack, and a Town Hall 10 doing what it's supposed to do, and 2-starring another Town Hall 10. Just cleaning up for some free percentage buildings here. Always good to boost that average destruction. Just play it through. And our Town Hall 10s are stepping up their game recently. It's a struggle. Town Halls are a little bit of a struggle, but we've gotten some good attacks out of them. So 70% for Mags, and just an overall really, really good war for us. I wish I could show you all the attacks because they were a bunch of 96%, 98%, and we just ended up 3-starring all of these bases. So really great job by everyone here. Another war coming up against a clan with 70 war wins, so that should be fun. We will see what happens there. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.